Welcome to another video tutorial for Supply Chain Sim. In this video, we will demonstrate the run controls and also the various configuration and display options available during simulation. For demonstration, we're using a scenario that is similar to the two farms scenario that is provided with the install. The two small trains have been replaced with a different fleet, containing two ships. The color of the products have been changed to orange and red, and the fleets changed to blue for trucks, black for trains, and green for ships. Before we begin the simulation, let's add a background image to improve the look of the application. To do this, re-enter design mode by clicking here, then click the Load Map button. Select any image and it will be applied as a background to your scenario. With the background set, we can now drag our locations into position. Make sure you can see your display options panel. If you can't, look for the arrow in the lower left-hand side of the map area to turn it on. Your Supply Chain Sim network has two display modes, Product and Fleet. To toggle between them, simply click on the buttons that are shown here in the display options panel. These will color and show the links between locations based on the products or fleets that connect them. Note that when in design mode, the network will always be displayed from a product perspective. Let's choose the fleet perspective. We can now add bend points to the links that connect the locations, providing a better representation of fleet routes. To do this, simply right-click on the link and choose Add Bend Point. In this case, you can add it for all fleets on this link, or for individual fleets. Move the bend point into position by click and drag, or click on the bend point to remove it. Through the magic of video, we have set up the bend points for the fleet view, but left the product view as a schematic display. Note that in fleet view, there is a ship and a train connection between two locations that are shown as two different routes. Looking a little closer at the display options panel, controls are in place to store a map view so it can be quickly recalled. Simply pan and scroll the map to the desired view, then enter the text into the field required as shown. Here we will save a view called Farms. We can now move the map and display around and quickly return to the save view called Farms. To remove the save view, press the Remove Save View button. We can also choose to display the names of the locations, the haulage asset count on each location, and/or the mini stockpile graph. The haulage asset counters will show how many assets at each location are queued, actively loaded or unloaded, including pre- and post-loading, and how many are idle, having concluded a cycle, and unable to obtain a new task. The stockpile graph will show a bar graph from 0 to 100% for each product that has a stockpile at that location. A click on the legend text will expand the display and show what the colors of the link represent in this view. The four dots at the top of this display will allow you to place the display options panel in any corner of the map view. Finally, the cross will allow you to minimize the panel completely, remembering that to recall the display options panel, you need to press the arrow that is always placed at the bottom left of the map. With the displays all set, we are now ready to simulate. A quick check of the simulation setting to confirm the start time and duration or end time. It's now a simple matter of pressing the play button. Once the simulation's underway, you can pause, stop, or fast forward the simulation. A fast forward will turn off all displays and move to a specified time using the first button, or the end of the simulation period using the last button. Note, when fast forwarding for a specific duration, to set the duration, use Y for years, W for weeks, D for days, lower M for minutes, or capital M for months. For example, 2W would fast forward the model for 2 weeks. To stop the fast forwarding process, simply click on the window that shows the fast forward progress. Also at the top of the screen, you can see the simulation clock and the simulation speed controls. Move the slide marker to speed up or slow down the simulation speed. Clicking on the Fleet button will show a table that provides information on your haulage assets. Use the filtering row at the top of each column to filter the view. Any asset that is listed as inactive can be clicked on to list all the possible jobs that were evaluated and the reason they were not assigned a task. During a simulation, and best done when the run is paused, You can click on a haulage asset to show its details. Clicking on the Follow button will track the asset as it moves across the network. Click the button again or press the Follow Cancel button at the top of the screen. You may have noticed that the Follow button is also available in the haulage asset list. Finally, it is worth mentioning that navigating to one of the output screens, such as Stockpiles, will display the results live. The simulation will be slower whilst the reports are generated. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our simulation tutorial. Remember, help is only a click away, or contact us at InterDynamics if you have any questions.